In this video, we shall discuss the JINA guidelines for management of asthma given in the year 2020, which the JINA mentions for children more than 5 years of age. For less than 5 years of age, JINA gives no guidelines. JINA is the global initiative for asthma established to increase awareness about asthma among the healthcare professionals, public health authorities, and the community. In 2020, JINA has re-stressed on the salient points of the year 2019. That is, it mentions no longer treatment with short-acting beta agonists alone. Also, either symptom-driven, like in mild asthma, JINA steps 1 or 2, or daily low-dose inhaled corticosteroids, as in JINA steps 2 to 5, containing controller therapy. This is done to reduce the risk of severe exacerbations and death in so-called mild asthma. To provide consistent message regarding aims of treatment, including prevention of exacerbations across the whole spectrum of asthma severity, and to avoid establishing a pattern of patients' overdependence or reliance on short-acting beta agonists early in the course of treatment. Remains the same as in 2019 in the guidelines of 2020. In 2020 also, the criteria for diagnosing asthma, confirming the diagnosis in patients already on controller treatment, assessing severity, control, risk factors for poor asthma outcome, inhaler skills and adherence, follow-up, stepping up and stepping down treatment, treatment of modifiable risk factors, and non-pharmacological interventions for asthma management remain the same as were given in the year 2019, and the same have been mentioned in detail in a video of the JINA guidelines 2019, the link of which I shall give below. What it is clarified more is that the symptom frequency at which and the step of the treatment at which treatment has to be initiated in a more simplified manner. If the symptom frequency is less than 2 times per month, treatment has to be started at step 1. If it is more than 2 times per month but not daily, it is to be initiated at step 2. If it is present on most days or there is night awakening more than equal to 1 time per night, then the treatment is to be initiated at step 3. If the above, that is the criteria for step 3, is present along with low lung functions as assessed on pulmonary function test, the treatment has to be started at step 4. Asthma treatment for children 6 to 11 years of age in 2020 remains the same as was in 2019. Adolescents 12 years in age and more, the treatment has differed slightly. In step 1, the preferred controller therapy is as needed low-dose ICS formoterol or low-dose ICS, that is inhaled corticosteroids, whenever SABA is taken. In step 2, daily low-dose inhaled corticosteroids or as needed ICS formoterol, and if not available, then low-dose ICS whenever SABA is taken. In step 3, low-dose ICS LABA or medium-dose ICS or low-dose ICS along with leukotriene receptor antagonist. In step 4, medium-dose ICS LABA or high-dose ICS or add-on tiotropium or leukotriene receptor antagonist. In step 5, there is high-dose ICS LABA plus referral for phenotypic investigation along with add-on treatment, which includes tiotropium mist inhaler for history of exacerbations, anti-immunoglobulin E for severe allergic asthma, anti-interleukin 5 for severe eosinophilic asthma, anti-interleukin 5 receptor, anti-interleukin 4 receptor, and one may need to add low-dose oral corticosteroids also on a regular basis, but must consider the side effects of the same. The preferred reliever therapy. A lot of stress has been placed on ICS formoterol in the JINA 2020 guidelines. But in the age group 6 to 11 years, the preferred reliever therapy is as needed short-acting beta agonists. But more than equal to 12 years of age, the first choice of reliever therapy also is low-dose inhaled corticosteroids along with formoterol, which is a long-acting beta agonist, and the second choice is short-acting beta agonists. The important point which is present in the more than 12 years of age, more than equal to 12 years of age, is that if the patient is taking ICS formoterol as the controller therapy, low-dose ICS formoterol should also be the preferred reliever therapy. Rather, a new term, SMART, has been coined in the year JINA 2020, which stands for Single Inhaler for Maintenance and Relief, which will improve the compliance in these patients. If the patient is taking ICS LABA other than formoterol as the controller therapy, As needed, SABA should be the preferred reliever therapy. That is, the second choice should be the reliever therapy in them. So this is what the JINA 2020 has in difference from the JINA 2019, which can be accessed from the video link I've given below. And do join us in our endeavor for improvising child health. Thank you.